Hello everyone! Today we're going to show you how to assemble the prize wheel. First, let's go over the screws and pieces you'll need. These are the screws, blind nuts, and washers for the Lazy Susan. These are the screws and the screw cap for the clicker. Next, we have the L brackets and the screws required for the assembly. We've also included 5 extra pegs and an elastic rope as spare parts, just in case you ever need them. This is the magnetic center and the board marker. You can paste your logo or anything else you like to it. Now, let's take a look at the main pieces. This is the base piece. This is the front piece. This is the back piece. And this is the wheel. You can remove the protective nylons after completing the assembly. On the back side, you will see 4 screw holes for the Lazy Susan. You'll need 2 people for the assembly. To show you how simple it really is, my friend, who doesn't have much experience with this kind of work, will be doing the assembly. First, place the front piece into the slot on the base. You will see 4 screw holes on its surface. We will mount the Lazy Susan into these holes. We're moving on to the next step. We'll now mount the Lazy Susan onto the front piece. Insert a screw through one of the holes on the Lazy Susan and then through the hole in the front piece. Repeat the same process with the remaining screws. The screw tips will come out on the back side of the front piece, and that's where we'll attach the blind nuts. Place a blind nut onto each screw and tighten it with the drill. Repeat this for all of them. Make sure the screws are tightened securely. Otherwise, the Lazy Susan may wobble. We're moving on to the next step. First, align one of the holes on the wheel with one of the holes on the Lazy Susan. Once they're aligned, insert the screw and tighten it using a drill. The screw will come through to the front side. Then place the washer and blind nut on the front and tighten it from the back using the drill. Next, rotate the wheel and line it up with the hole directly opposite. If you're familiar with this type of work, you'll find the hole right away. But since my friend isn't very experienced, he used a screwdriver to help line it up. Finally, he got it. Now he's inserting the screw, tightening it with the drill, and placing the washer and blind nut on the front. Again, he's holding the blind nut with one hand while tightening the screw with the other. You can now turn the wheel freely. We have 2 screw holes left. After attaching the first 2, the wheel automatically aligns with the remaining screw holes. Now we're inserting the 3rd screw. Placing the washer and blind nut and tightening it from the back with the drill. Next, we insert the final screw and tighten it with the drill as well. After placing the washer and blind nut, we tighten it from the back. The wheel assembly is now complete. You can spin the wheel. We're moving on to the next step. We're now placing the back piece. The back piece needs to fit into the slots on the base and the front piece. You can use the L brackets in the spots marked with an X. There are 10 L bracket positions, but using 5 to 6 is usually enough. If you want it to be extra sturdy, you can use all of them. You can place the L brackets roughly near the spots marked with an X in the video. Now let's show an example of how to install one L bracket. Place the L bracket on the vertical section between the front and back pieces, then screw it in. If you have trouble tightening the screws, you can first drill a small pilot hole using a wood drill bit, then insert the screw. We're moving on to the next step. Now we'll move on to assembling the clicker. There are 4 screw holes on the bottom side of the clicker. Insert 2 screws into the diagonal holes from the back. Pass the elastic rope on the clicker through the center hole, just like in the video. Then place the clicker's screw holes onto the screws. Now, with one hand, press the clicker firmly against the board and tighten the screws with the drill. While tightening, make sure to push the clicker toward yourself so the screws sit properly. Next, we insert the remaining 2 screws and tighten them the same way, again pushing the clicker toward yourself to ensure the screws fit correctly. We're going to tie the elastic rope to the bottom screw. You can tie it in whatever way feels most comfortable for you. There is also a spare elastic rope included in the package, just in case you need it. My friend ties the elastic rope a bit tightly, so the wheel may spin a little stiff, but you can adjust it however you like. You can loosen the knot and retie it to your preferred tension. The assembly is complete. We can spin the wheel.